All right, guys, we're going to be talking about old Sleepy Joe. Yes, Jim Crow Joe Biden here in this video. This man is finished. This man is cooked. I wish it was actually 2024 because this man is done. We still have another year of destruction by Joe Biden. And make no mistake about it, guys, this man can still do a lot more damage across the board in an entire year. People are realizing, guys, that, hey, voting against Trump, that's not good. I actually voted against my own interests. That's what they're saying. I remember, guys, when I actually announced on social media that I actually cast my vote for Trump in 2020, black people were crushing me. Yeah, that didn't age very well, did it? Because old Jim Crow Joe, that black support is gone. It's done, guys. This man has lost the black community completely. I could have told you guys this before. I would have never, ever cast my vote for Joe Biden. Everything that's happened, guys, I knew that this would happen with Joe Biden in office. Joe Biden has been a complete screw up in politics for 50 years. His virtue signaling, that's ran out, guys. It is ran out. All people had to do, very, very simple. They went to the gas station. They were asking, wait a minute, why in the hell am I paying $4, $5, $6, $7 for gas? Why? I'm looking at my grocery cart and I'm thinking, wait a minute, I didn't really get anything. How is it that I actually have the little small basket at the grocery store and I'm spending $100? Yes, that is because of Biden inflation right there. And you cannot deny that. The thing is, man, Donald Trump has not been in office since January of 2021. And it's pretty clear that Donald Trump is not the cause of all of this. Joe Biden and his socialists have been in charge and they ran everything into the ground. Even black people know that. Now, the thing is, guys, I do believe that Democrats, they need the black vote. But Republicans, Donald Trump, they don't really need the black vote. They just need black people just to not vote Democrat. And I believe that the enthusiasm for 2024 just ain't going to be there for old, slow Joe. It's not going to happen, guys. And the polls are showing that right now. Nobody. Joe Biden has lost everyone across the board. So here we go, guys. Look at this. Post-millennial here. Biden's approval rating among black Americans down 17 points. This is from NBC. And we know that NBC is definitely left. So that 17 points may actually be worse than that, to tell you the truth. I mean, this is a disaster. When Joe Biden actually came into office, man, his support with the black community was like in the high 80s. It's all the way down now, guys. And I believe it's only going to get worse because the economy is going to get worse. Still out here in Houston, guys, the gas still up. Actually went to my local HEB today. Got some stuff. Pretty expensive. The prices not going down. Inflation, Joe Biden's inflation has actually been built in now. It ain't going away. And by the way, you ain't getting a raise either. You know, not to keep up with inflation. Oh, no, that ain't happening. But let's go ahead and get into this, guys. It says here a new poll from NBC News has revealed that Biden's approval rating among black and Latino voters has fallen since his first year in office. The poll found that approval of Beijing Biden's job performance has fallen by 17 points among black voters since 2021, from 80% to 63%. Make no mistake about it, guys. Joe Biden is the most unpopular Democrat ever, probably. You know, at least in my lifetime, I should say. Jimmy Carter was looking pretty bad when I was a little boy. Jimmy Carter looks pretty great compared to Beijing Biden. I mean, black people, they love Democrats. Not so much with slow Joe, man. Biden's job performance approval is also down from 61% in 2021 to 43% among Latino voters, down 17 points from 43% to 26% among voters with a high school diploma or less, and down 14 points among independent voters from 50% in 2021 to 36%. This man is in trouble, guys. This man is done. Done. No other way to put it, man. He's done. Everybody seeing the border? You know, all these illegal aliens, man, guess where they're actually putting them at? They're putting the illegal aliens in black and brown communities. So this is going to completely backfire on the Democrats and Joe Biden. They're not putting these illegals coming across the border. They're not putting them in white neighborhoods. Oh, no. They're putting them in black and brown communities. This is not going to work, man. It is not going to work. Overall, Beijing Biden's job performance approval rating is down from 51% in April of 2021 to 41% in the most recent poll. I've actually seen where it's actually worse. 41%, that actually seems pretty high. 74% of voters said that they had major or moderate concerns over Beijing Biden not having the necessary physical and mental health to be the occupier of the Oval Office for a second term. Just 26% had minor or no concerns on the topic. This man is done. Done, man. There is no other way to put it. This is why they're trying to lock up Donald Trump. This is complete election interference when it actually comes to trying to prosecute Trump. My goodness. Nobody wants Kamala Harris, by the way. Nobody wants Kamala Harris. Trump in a poll is up by 10 points on Biden. The Democrats, they're not even saying Joe Biden step away, let Kamala take over, because Kamala is more hated than Joe Biden. Black people don't even consider Kamala Harris black. She's Asian. She's Indian. That's what she is. They started announcing her as black when she started running for president. Yeah. Nobody likes Kamala Harris, guys. Now look at this here. We're going to react to this video here. Benny Johnson tweets out, Fox News plays most damning proof. Joe Biden is finished in 2024 after Trump crushes him by double digits in new polls. The 5 slams final nail in coffin. So let's listen in to this. Judge Neen, Jesse Waters, and others. Let's roll it.
Biden in a head-to-head matchup by a whopping 10 points. And an NBC poll is giving Biden his highest disapproval rating of his presidency. 56% say they disapprove. And that's just the start of Joe's problems.
So really an uphill battle to try to make sure voters don't stay home if you're Democrats.
Yeah, that's it. And the problem for Democrats, too, the lack of enthusiasm about the election. We asked primary voters on the Democratic side, do you want options next year besides Biden? 59% said yes, they do. This is
wow. Almost 60% of Democrats want somebody else besides Jim Crow Joe to run on a Democratic ticket. That is horrible news for Joe Biden.
It's not a normal number for an incumbent.
Democrats and the liberal media are doing their best to spin this mess.
I'm a little tired of it. I'm a little tired of 3 years hearing about how Joe Biden's going to get crushed.
Whatever caveats, whether that is an outlier, that's a tough one to spin. What do you say to the 44% of Americans who say they are worse off now than they were before Biden took office?
We're also getting extraordinary results. More than 13 million jobs created. That's more than any presidential term in American history.
That's BS. That is people that are just going back to work because they were locked down because of the Wuhan virus. Pete Buttigieg, you are a liar.
And yes, it takes a while for people to feel the full benefits of those results.
You know, I got to tell you, first, Buttigieg saying 13 million, Sandra, aren't most of those from the pandemic that came back? 10 million of them?
I don't even know which part to react to more. But
Right.
by the way, AOC now is saying that this is an economy in crisis. Sorry, are you asking me a question?
Okay. Are the Dems kidding themselves? I mean, right now, they can call this poll an outlier. But I think 4 months ago, the last Washington Post poll had Trump up 7. And now 4 months later, they've got him up 10. Why are they calling these polls outliers?
I don't know. I don't know anything. They're touting Bidenomics as a success when people all over the country don't feel good about their finances. But Martha Raddatz has left out one word in that. It was 44% of Americans believe they are worse off financially under this administration.
Yep.
It's the economy, stupid. It's coming back to that. You want to call a contractor or a plumber or a carpenter? People aren't going to work right now. They can't fill jobs. So you can tout the unemployment rate, which is historically low, all you want. But if that's not representing the actual labor market in this country right now, then people aren't feeling it, and that's the way they're going to vote. I mentioned AOC. She's calling this economy in crisis. She says that her party is looking at the economy on paper, and that is a problem. Bidenomics, by the way, the Wall Street Journal came up with that as a reference to Biden's policies on the economy, picking and choosing winners by the government, and that has failed in this administration. So owning a description for the economy that is not working is not going to work. I just want to finish off with this. Housing affordability is a huge problem right now. Anybody out there who's looking for a home or looking to sell a home, you're probably feeling this right now. Housing affordability, without getting into the actual numbers, the index has halved since 2020. That is something everyday Americans feel right now, and they're being told they shouldn't feel that way.
You know, Jesse, the economy, 75% of Americans don't think that Biden's doing a good job. Immigration, it's 2/3 are disappointed in him. 74% think his age is a problem. I mean, you didn't even need this poll to match up Trump against Biden.
Yep.
And yet they're like totalitarians. They're like, he's our guy.
Well, because they're stuck with him. Because
Why?
Kamala's backup. That means they has to be Joe Biden or nobody else. And this was a message from Bezos. This is the Washington Post poll. Remember, Ignatius dropped the first article about how he should resign. That was a CIA nudge. This is Bezos, because Bezos is about to get smacked with an antitrust lawsuit. Biden is going after their monopoly, and that's about to be dropped, I think, this week. And then Biden sided with the people that were trying to unionize. All those Amazon workers, he actually stuck his neck out there. And so he's angry, and inflation's killing Amazon because, you know, they have to have all these delivery trucks use gasoline, and they're driving all over the place, and stuff's more expensive. So if you look at the poll, it's not just Biden's getting slaughtered. It's Trump's doing much better. And if you compare how people looked at Trump after he left in 2020 and how they look at him now, people that voted for Biden are now taking a second look at Trump.
The reason why? 2.5 years of destruction without Trump being in power. Everybody knows it's Joe Biden.
Blacks, young Americans, suburban white women. He calls them housewives. We're not allowed to say that, apparently. But everyone is now taking a second look at Donald Trump, and it's a totally new environment right now.
Okay, Greg, I just want to jump from that. What he's saying, what Jesse's saying is there was a whole group of young people in 2020 where Biden won young people under the age of 35. Now Trump is leading Biden on those young people by 20 points. What changed?
We're going to get into
maybe
that.
sniffing all that hair. Jesse, that was really good. I have to up my game. You know, I think we're watching the machine. The machine is turning on Joe. He's like that. He's like that really old guy married to the 25-year-old wife who is actually stupping the tennis pro in the next room.
Stupping.
Stupping.
The Dems are the wife, and the tennis pro is Gavin Newsom. That's what's happening. You combine the polling and the gaffing, it feels like we're getting to the bottom of that jar of mayo with Joe. There's nothing left to scrape out with the knife, and you can turn it upside down and you can pat the bottom really hard, but you get nothing but a soiled hand. I think Joe Biden at this point is about as popular with the Democrats as I am. So I think this is it. I think that it's grinding. The machine is turning. They're pushing him out. He has no clue, though.
Stupping.
Yeah,
Stupping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you saw that, guys. Democrats don't even want Joe Biden. By the way, guys, give me a follow over here on X at RealJohnMatrix. Get to 1,000 followers. I believe I'm almost 580 or something like that. Let's get over 600 today. I know there's 20 of you guys out there that can give me a follow. But let's continue on here because Jesse Waters actually mentioned this. The younger demographics here. Joe Biden is underwater. Look at this. Biden grapples with concerns over young black voter support. They're not supporting Jim Crow Joe. It may be for various reasons, you know. Maybe some of these younger black people are super progressive, but they're not happy with Joe Biden either. Look here. It says here the Biden administration is looking to ramp up support among young black voters as polls show his approval rating with the demographic slipping ahead of 2024. Earlier this month, a poll by the Highland Project found that 69% of millennial and Gen Z black women are dissatisfied with the direction the country is going. 69%. Now, the most loyal supporters to Democrats, Joe Biden, black women. They're saying, nah, we ain't happy with old Jim Crow Joe. Another poll by AEI's Survey Center on American Life found that only 21% of black voters between 18 and 49 years old want Biden to be the Democratic nominee. That's just black people right there. Just 21% of Democrats, black Democrats, want Joe Biden. This is a disaster for him, man. Joe Biden's cooked. This man is done. Trump 2024, baby. Let's get this country headed back on the right direction. We are an embarrassment on the world stage. We're on the verge of World War III. We need Trump back badly, man. Badly. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.